Collegiate Challenge presented by Ram. I'm Kevin Holtz alongside Dave Jewett. Western Regional Qualifier. This is stop number 5 if you're keeping score at home. These guys are used to cutting big timber, big round logs. Who's gonna rise to the top today?
I like this guy because of his name, Burl Wade, University of Idaho. They say he's the fastest chopper. They say he's the hardest hitter, but he's got to get past David Govea, Northern Arizona. This guy lives off the grid. He eats squirrels, no joke.
Lots of protein.
He's a pro lumberjack. He is my pick to win today.
Well, plus he's our only returning competitor.
Yes.
And in these college competitions, that can mean a lot of calm and settled nerves. We'll see how he does in the stock saw event.
It's mountain scenery and mild conditions for collegiate lumberjacks who've gathered in Missoula, Montana for the Steel Timber Sports Collegiate Challenge Western Qualifier. 8 lumberjacks will battle in 4 disciplines, with one winner advancing to the championship in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. The first contest of the day is a simple event that's a consistent stumbling block for college competitors, the stock saw.
This discipline is just like the bane of the existence of all or most of our college competitors. Why do these college kids struggle with this stock saw so much?
Competitors, they don't understand the pressure. Any other tournament, you're spread out in a heat with 6 competitors. Now you're up on a stage, you and your opponent, a whole lot of cameras and a whole lot of crowd cheering. You cannot camouflage your mistakes. A lot of times, your fans are cheering so loud you can't even hear that Steel MS660 idling. Competitors don't understand this. So these competitors, they can take that pressure, they can fuel off of it, get big points in the stock saw. Those are the guys that have the mentality to be a professional.
Stock saw action. University of Montana sent us Clay Stevenson up against Jamie Lindstrom from Colorado State.
Clay Stevenson out of Texas, never seen too many trees till he came to Montana. 2 identical Steel S Sim 60s, both competitors slow to the wood.
What? Not just slow, but Jamie Lindstrom didn't know that they were going to shoot a starting gun. It literally looked like the starting gun went off, and he looked over at head judge Rich Hallett like, what was that?
Oh, the saw pushing Clay Stevenson out of the log. 2 thick discs. I'd be surprised if that line is still there. And right away, the river guy, Jamie Lindstrom, slow on the go.
Jamie Lindstrom's hesitation costs him valuable time as he posts a time just under 20 seconds, while over on stand 1, Clay Stevenson is DQ'd for cutting over the allotted 4-inch line.
Next heat of the stock saw, University of Nevada at Reno, Scott Carpenter up against Burl Wade from the University of Idaho.
Got all fingers on top of the log there. Look for a quick entrance there. Quick and smooth. Let's give it to him. Not the fastest in the world, but Burl Wade looking for about 9,500 RPMs in the wood. I'd say he's probably too light on the saw, Kev.
Yeah, a little bit light on the saw, and that lift on the exchange from the first to second cut. Oh, synchronized finish from both these competitors. But I'm with you, light through the wood, and just that awkward pause from the first to second cut. They're off the throttle, they're out of the wood, nothing's happening, 0 productivity, and time is ticking away.
The University of Idaho's Burl Wade wins the photo finish, takes the lead in the stock saw.
Shane Elder from Cal Poly up against David Govea, a returning competitor from Northern Arizona University. Dave's actually been doing a little bit of training with some of the pros in the area. Went up for a training camp, stayed with some of the pros.
So David is on an upstart team, and he and I had the good fortune of meeting up to go to a camp that Brandon Sergai put on. So David was kind of quiet and to himself, and I asked him what he did. David lives on a trailer without electricity or running water and manages a forest or some out property in northern Arizona. And so he lives like out alone, kind of like Ed Abbey, just doing his stuff, living a simple life. He showed up for a weekend with the clothes on his back, saw an axe, and just kind of said, okay, we're here to chop some wood. And I said, wow, I brought 2 duffel bags, an axe box and a half, and thought, wow, I'm traveling pretty heavy, but that's what David does, and looks like it's working out for him. Really investing in the sport and excited, and so glad to see that from the young competitor.
Advantage to David Govea. He's been training with Brandon Sergai, and if he does not know how to run a saw by now, He can take the lead. Oh, a little fan on that changeover. 17 seconds is the time to beat a tax-deductible donation from the field. There he is right now, a thick disc, Kevin.
Yeah, there's
That's
a
very
lot
thick
of wood
disc on the-
piled on the stage right now. I can't see if that line is still there, but it's not my call. Here comes Papa Bear, Don Quigley. He's going to check it out. Now, thick cookie or not, it's going to be a clean cut for David Govea from Northern Arizona. A big fan base here from Humboldt State. Rick Church getting a big cheer out of the crowd. He's up against Cody Laban from Oregon State. David Govea, our only returning competitor from last year, sets the bar pretty high, a 16.62. It can be beat though, there's margin in there. A bobble off the start from Rick Schertz, comes down and grabs that chain break, but both these guys are strong through the block. Switch is looking to go, but here's where the wheels come off the cart. Rick Schertz was posting a blistering time. Now both of these guys displaying cutouts and doing 3 cuts. That will not get you in that 16-second range.
Yeah, but a smart move by Cody Laban to make a 3rd cut. It looks like he's cut out on the 3rd one or 2. The field has left the door wide open for Ram points right now.
Yeah, the letters of the day are D and Q here in Missoula, Montana. One of these guys gonna get it through their heads. You gotta train, you gotta practice. This discipline has just as many Ram overall points associated with it as the chops, as the single buck.
Veteran competitor David Govea takes the win in the stock saw and jumps to an early lead in Ram overall points. He'll put his lead on the line in a grueling event, the standing block chop. From Big Sky Country and Big Beard Country, Missoula, Montana.
Yeah, I had a humbling experience this morning that in Colorado my beard is solid to approaching epic, but in Montana it's pretty average to middling. I'm pretty sure that I've had a couple of cashiers bringing out my coffee this morning who had better beards than I did, and at least one of them was a woman that I could tell. So it's a different atmosphere here.
All across the nation, Steel Dealer Days are happening now with great values on the #1 selling brand of outdoor power equipment in America. It's the best time to shop our full line of grass trimmers, easy handling blowers, and legendary chainsaws. Plus, you can still register to win a piece of our $100,000 product sweepstakes. Hurry, Steel Dealer Days end soon.
The Steel Timber Sports Collegiate Challenge, presented by Ram, official truck of the Steel Timber Sports Series. Guts, glory, Ram. And by Steel, the #1 selling brand of chainsaws worldwide.
Just trying to live the dream out here. Swinging axes, hitting wood, be all good.
The University of Montana hosts the Steel Timber Sports Collegiate Challenge. 8 lumberjacks are battling for the top spot. The winner will advance to the championship in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Ready to face the second event of the day and sitting in 3rd place in Ram overall points, Scott Carpenter of the University of Nevada, Reno, ready for a sometimes grueling event, the standing block.
That's not my strongest one. Really just hoping to get her through, get done with it, and just get away clean.
Facing Carpenter and sitting in 2nd place, the University of Idaho's Burl Wade.
Been training mostly on standing block lately, and it's where my concentration's been on standing block, trying to improve my standing block.
Contestants ready. 3, 2, 1, go!
Should be a good heat in the standing block chop. Burl Wade currently in 2nd place in Ram overall points, up against University of Nevada at Reno. Scott Carpenter, rough go in the stock saw, but still pulled out a 3rd place finish.
Well, Burl Wade won the hard hit category in the standing block chop in the local collegiate competition. not hitting the fastest, but he's treating this as a hard hit, and sometimes the harder you hit, the more accurate you are, and that's what he's doing right now, Kev.
Yeah, great accuracy in terms of his slope and chasing those hits in, losing his way here in the back a bit. But prior to this, he opened that block beautifully.
Burl Wade off.
Idaho's Burl Wade sets the pace in the standing block with a 40.3. On stand 2, fatigue sets in for Nevada Reno's Scott Carpenter, who does not complete his cut in under 2 minutes and will not receive a time.
The saw pushing Clay Stevenson out of the log. Too thick disc. I'd be surprised if that line is still there.
After DQing in the stock saw, the University of Montana's Clay Stevenson looks to climb out of the cellar as he steps to the block against Cal Poly's Shane Elder.
Cal Poly, Shane Elder over on stand number 2. He's up against our hometown boy, Clay Stevens from the University of Montana, one of the members of the DQ Club from the stock saw.
Now Shane Elder, a surfer spear fisherman, and just missing those hits. He's hitting all over the place. You know, every time you miss your mark, it's just a wasted hit. Shane Elder, accuracy just not there. Clay Stevenson put so much work into putting this show on, and he's going to be in there in Ram points category. Not a lot of slope. He's got some slope coming down, though. Those up hits, they need to come from the ground, Kev. Get some angle into that white pine line. That axe is working.
Yeah, he's got a great, powerful swing. There he blows through. Clay Stevenson.
Not bad at all. 41 seconds unofficially. Now Clay Stevenson unofficially in the second place spot now. That's a solid time.
I feel pretty good about it.
Clay Stevenson's time lands him in second place for the moment. Next, Humboldt State's Rick Schertz readies to square off in the standing block against David Govea. Running chainsaws on the job helped Govea take first in the stock saw. The Northern Arizona senior manages property as a caretaker in Northern Arizona, where he lives and works alone.
The School of Forestry manages about 50,000 acres in Northern Arizona, and part of that is a field campus, and that's the part that I'm a caretaker for. So essentially I just live out there on the land for free in a trailer and just kind of take care of things out there, whatever they need done. No electricity, no water, and most of the time no heat.
Can he go 2 for 2? David Govea, Northern Arizona, number 1 in Ram overall points, but only after one discipline. He's up against Rick Schertz from Humboldt State.
Timers ready. Contestants ready. 3, 2, 1, go!
Well, Kevin, he needs to think about this log. How many hits can I do this in instead of how many seconds? 1 hit per second, 20 hits per side. He's going to give him the win. And a scoop right there. Staying with it. He took the hit over again. David Govea, the man that lives off the grid, feeds on squirrels that he traps. This is no joke. And he probably should have taken a far hit. A far hit up hit would have saved him a couple hits in the backside of this log.
He's cutting it cleanly, but he's got to get moving. Rick Schertz from Humboldt State is starting to reel him in. Govea maybe one more round, and then he should look to drive this.
Yeah, Govea, it's that near wood that he missed on the front side. And that's not a bad time to look at the big slab that came off of that log.
The caretaker from Northern Arizona, David Govea, posts a time good enough for third in the standing block and lands him in second place behind Idaho's Burl Wade.